All right, welcome to Electric Elevation Podcast. Today I got my special guest, Bossalini, in the building. What up, though?
What up, dog?
What it do?
What's up, my baby?
All right, so we're going to go way back from the beginning to the middle.
Let's get it.
Now.
Let's
okay.
get it.
So Miss Bossalini from the 313 is one of the originators as far as female MCs, female rappers that has actually been quite successful. We're going to start off by, going back, because you were actually one of Gucci's first artists on the LaFleur label, right?
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, and shout out to everybody, and thank you so much for having me, beautiful lady.
For sure.
So, back in, like, the mid-2000s, I was staying in Atlanta, and I used to love the song So Icy. And Gucci Man used to come to this bar I used to work at. He used to come to this bar, new bar, that Bossalini used to work at. And So Icy was popping back then. And I used to see him like, hey, I'll pay you to do a verse or two with me. What's up? I'll pay you. So Gucci thing was, okay, I'm going to holler at you. So it took him about 3-4 times of seeing me in the bar and me saying the same thing every time I seen him. I'm going to pay you. What's up? Holler at me. I'm from Detroit. I'm a rapper. So this one time he came in the club and he was like, you know what? I respect how you cut into me. Every time you see me, you on my head, you want to do some music or whatever together, but I like how you want to pay me. A lot of females be trying to, use what they got to get what they want, but I like how you motivated and you positive with your shit and you trying to pay somebody to do some work with you. So he's like, you know what? Take my number down and I'm going to call you and I'm going to come get you. We're going to hang out and go to the studio. So I'm like, okay. So I gave him my number. So I'm like, okay, we're going to see if he called or whatnot. So the next day, well, no, let me take it back. Let me go back. So that night, while we was in the bar and I was dancing, they used to let me get on stage and I would perform to my music in the bar.
Okay.
New.
Okay.
Atlanta is okay. New. Take it all off. So they'll play my music and sometimes they actually let me get on stage and perform new, playing my music. So when I walked over to him, I was like, well, yeah, that's what I seen him bobbing his head. I'm like, yeah, well, that's one of my songs right there playing. Some Detroit stuff. And matter of fact, Helluva had made the beat, baby. You know what I'm talking about. You already know. Detroit to the A.
For sure.
So he heard the music and shit, and he's like, I like that. That's nice. Okay, yeah. So, you make sure we hook up. I'm give you my number. Call me. So I look up the next day. I called. I didn't get an answer. And I look up, and he ended up calling me, and he was like, I'm going to pull up and pick you up. So, sure enough, the next day, I wait for him to pull up. I sent him the address. Next day, I look up. It's a big Gucci Man rap van pulling up in front of my house. And I'm like, it's really him. Like, he really did pull up to come get me. So, long story short, we end up hanging out, riding, smoking, kicking it or whatever. And I let him listen to some more of my music, and we ended up going to the studio. And I got in there, dropped a couple little bars for him or whatever. And he was like, I like your style, I like your flow. You pretty, but you come hard with it. You come like a nigga. So next thing I know, he got in there, got to rapping or whatever. And I'm like, he ain't got no pen to paper. He just going off the top of his head. He going. I'm like, I got to see, how I'm about to get off here and just go like that. He like, you ain't got to do it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hook you up something that I think is on your level. So he ended up writing me a song called Just Like a Nigga Do. The song did good. We was in the clubs performing. I was opening up for Lil Wayne. I opened up a show for Trina, messed around. And after I performed for the show, opened up for Trina, half the club left. Trina ended up giving me a big old hug. She was like, you the girl that was just on stage performing? I'm like, yeah. She's like, you know what? I can't even come behind the show like that. You done took the whole club. And Trina actually didn't even stay into the performance. But long story short, he ended up getting in some trouble, which everybody know. He ended up getting in trouble. The feds ended up kicking in our doors at the studio, took all our stuff. And I was lucky to get away, with a couple songs that he had did for me or whatever. And unfortunately, I had to, move on. So I'm still staying in Atlanta. And I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm not about to stop,
But how did that feel, at the beginning of your success and then that happened? Did it put a damper on you? I know you moved on, but was you like, damn, I was just getting my foot in the door and then this happened. So how did you deal with that?
At first I felt like, oh man, that was the opportunity right there and it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to pick myself up and keep it moving. At the end of the day, you the package. You what they want. You was gonna sell.
For sure.
You got to move on. If you was just able to get in his ear, you can get in the next person's ear. That was my whole thing. I was able to get in his ear. Keep it moving. You're a boss. That's what boss bitches do. Keep it moving. So what
after
I did
went
was
to MPC, right?
Yep. After that, I went to a label called MDC Records, $1 Million Corporation. May my CEO rest in peace. He ended up getting murdered. But I ended up being with him for like almost a year, and we was doing big shows out there. I was actually about to do a song with MJG and A Ball, and a little bit after he ended up getting killed. But I was able to bring a lot of my music home because I had signed with this label. But when I signed with this label, my mom, she was into the music industry back in the day herself. And she was like, well, Alicia, you doing something new. You don't know about the industry. What you need to do is get you an entertainment attorney and go over these papers. So sure enough, I sent my papers home to my mom. My mom got the entertainment lawyer. And come to find out, this corporation wasn't registered.
Wow.
So it was like, okay, what does that mean? I'm new to this. I was so eager and so anxious to get on with the music and, be a rapper. I didn't really look into, you're supposed to know your paperwork before you get to sign and stuff.
For sure.
And luckily, it wasn't a registered corporation because once my mama got this paperwork and got to read a lot of things that this person asked of me in his contract, he would have took everything. He was getting a percentage of everything, So a reason for me saying this too is to say to all my rappers out here, we want this life. You want to be a famous rapper, but you gotta pay attention to who you dealing with, who you signing with, and what comes in them contracts because you can sign your life over.
Mm-hmm.
I've experienced that, but luckily, like I say again, it wasn't a registered corporation. But don't be too quick to sign with nobody because people have a lot of tricks up their sleeves if you don't know, especially when they see how eager you are, how bad you want it, and you're a first timer.
And then when we were previously speaking, you were stating how he had like wrapped vans and how it looked like on the outside that he had his shit together. He had let me just piggyback off of that. So you got rappers that's out here using rap names, got YouTube pages, got Merc done. They haven't did a assumed business name. They don't have an LLC. They don't have a trademark.
That's right.
They don't got shit. They just using the name.
That's
so
right.
It's very important to make sure that you get your paperwork in order.
Yes.
Because if somebody else used that name, they can send a cease and desist.
Yes.
And shut you all the way down.
Company, but like I say, it was a blessing in disguise though with the contract because once my mom, like I say, actually read the contract over and seen the stuff that he was asking for percentages of and how much of a percentage he was asking, he was raping me. He was gonna take everything. Everything. Right. So, it worked out, like I said, because my mom, she was on it. She like, no, you out there making moves. When I was with Gucci Man, she had me do a Poe Man's copyright. Mail me one of them CDs. And may she rest in peace, her and my dad. But she was on it. Such things. Poor man copyright. Poe Man copyright. Tell it to yourself. But like I say, if anytime you have somebody that's coming to you with some paperwork, you want to know your shit. Because they get down. They do because they know people are, like I say again, anxious and eager to be somebody. And people take advantage of that when you don't know.
Right.
Unfortunately.
So, that was two things that happened. I know that was, again, kind of like, a little detrimental. You got your foot in the door the first time with Gucci. Then you started off with another label. Things going great. Then that happened. He ended up getting killed. So, how did it all take a toll on you?
After that, it was like, man, where do I go from here for real? I'm out here in Atlanta. I know I got talent. A lot of people, they done seen me now. I'm going to different clubs. Now my name is ringing. I'm still performing. I'm doing open mics and all that stuff. But it was like, a big discouragement. It was. Because it was like, okay, is this for me for real? Like, hold on. Gucci Man went to jail. Now the CEO done got killed. Then, to sum it up, my grandfather passed away. So I ended up moving back to Detroit. That's how I got back to the D.
Okay.
My grandfather passed away. Yeah. And I had to take his house over. So when I moved back, I ended up hooking back up with Mae West, with Helliva and all them. and I got back on my Mae West. Now,
you was their first lady, right?
First lady of Mae West.
Okay.
Now, we off and running because we not playing. Mae West was not playing. You know about it. You know about it. So I end up, like I said, getting on my Mae West shit, and that's when it really got to banging for me. Doing all kind of shows. Every time you look up, we just zoo bar it out. Pretty much. Back then, I kind of was like your only female too on the scene. Then it wasn't a lot of females rapping. You had your Lady Blade. You had a couple other artists. We was doing I don't know if people remember the Bullfrog. We used to do the girl fight. I don't know if they remember that back that far. A young lady named Nikki used to do the girl fight.
Okay.
So you had a couple of females that was rapping back then, but not how they doing now. So back then, I kind of had the game in the headlock, you know, kind of had in the headlock. But I kept pushing, and then I ended up getting pregnant, and I had a baby, and it was like, that's it, it's over, time to give my life to my baby. So I stopped rapping, and I became a full-time mom. It was nothing else after that with the music. It was. Now I was at home playing Bitch Like Me at home, playing my music at home while I'm taking care of a baby. But now, may she bless her little self, she's a big girl now, so mom is back at it. And she heard my music and she said, Mama, you need to rap again. Mama, you need to rap again. Mama, you need to rap again. Okay, well, guess what? Mama's rapping again. So your girl Bossalini is back at it.
She's back at it. Like she never left.
Exactly. And I'm pretty sure all y'all know me from your one favorite video back in the day. Still one of the favorites. Boss Up and Get This Money. Rest in peace, Blade. I was everybody's favorite video girl back then.
That was the time. Let's talk about how that was the good old days.
Man. Oh my God.
Everybody had money. All the bars was flowing.
Yes.
You could go in All Stars one night and they might buy the bar out. They might spend $100,000 in that bitch. Them days long gone now.
BMF might walk up in the building. For real.
They don't know nothing about that.
No, they don't.
They don't know nothing about the good old days.
Back then, it was a lot of us, and we was strong with it, and we was helping each other. We was promoting each other. Like it's different. It's real different now, and it's kind of sad because, you know, a lot of people have lost the, how would I say it? A lot of people have lost the unity.
For sure.
With each other.
For sure.
It's like now everybody's more so for self, which is okay. It's okay to be for self, you know, but everybody needs somebody. You can't do it by yourself. I don't care what nobody say. You can't do it by yourself. It's no way. Everybody needs somebody. You need somebody for something. You need somebody to make a beat. You need somebody to help you get out here and get these shows. You need somebody for something. You need somebody for that paperwork, like I said, that you might mess around and sign that's going to take your whole shit from you. Mm-hmm. You know, you can't do it by yourself. And it's just a lot of just, you know, different things going on with different artists where they don't have a unity no more, you know. Sure. But I will say, we are doing good right now. We got a lot of Detroit artists. Shout out to all my Detroit artists that's rocking right now. For sure. And you know what? I kind of want to take that back because I just seen something real big. Matter of fact, Kim, I don't know if you've seen this. It was a big thing with, I guess, Sada and 42. Mm-hmm. Did you see they just did the Lakers game and the Pistons? Mm-hmm. And they had these guys on a picture together. Unity. That's what it's all about.
For sure.
Unity. They didn't chalked up probably whatever differences, and, you know, they know that life is bigger than that. Mm-hmm. You know? And
then this is my thing, too. It's like collaboration over competition with like-minded people. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying you're supposed to collab and work with everybody. I'm talking about like-minded people that are honest, trustworthy. You've seen how they move. It's nothing wrong with collabing and getting a bag. But that's something you got to grow into, especially when you used to being a boss.
Exactly.
Because I didn't always used to collab because I was used to being a boss and doing all my own shit, paying for all my own shit, doing shit my own way.
That's right.
Once you get out here and you get to shake and move and you want to do things bigger and better, it's nothing wrong with teaming up people with people that are like-minded, that might have a little bit more experience, that can help you and be an asset to you.
Help you elevate. That's
so there's nothing wrong with that at all.
That's right.
We do need to, stick together more, have more unity. And I can say that the city has been putting on. Detroit has been doing
Yeah.
this thing. Everybody got
Turn
their
it up.
eyes on us, spotlight
Yeah.
on us.
Yeah. Shout
So,
out to your Cash Doll, your
for
Babyface
sure.
Ray, your Peasy, your
Shout out to
42,
everybody
your
doing their
Snap
thing.
Dog, all your new up and coming. Shout out to all y'all.
For sure.
We definitely have a story to tell. If you from Detroit, you got a story to tell. Trust me.
For sure.
Trust me.
What's one thing with what the knowledge that you have now? What is one thing you would do differently if you could go back in time?
I wouldn't be again so quick to sign stuff.
Okay.
You know, I wouldn't be so quick to just go, with this label because they have a name. Because at the end of the day, everybody bleed and breathe just like the next human being.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd be surprised how people be having hidden agendas and they be the biggest label ever.
Mm-hmm.
And they might not even have your best interest at hand. They got their pocket best interest at hand. So I definitely wouldn't move so quick to sign papers. For sure. Because like I said, luckily the corporation wasn't registered because by this man getting killed, it could have went bad because his family members could have had, oversee of all that after him passing away.
Mm-hmm.
They could have had, ownership of my music and I could have walked away with nothing. They could have been out there playing my stuff, selling my stuff or whatever, but just luckily they wasn't registered. And that's, that's me also. I was young back then. I didn't know no better. I'm just like, hey, I'm on a record label. I'm on Don Diva. I'm in Don Diva magazine. Don't get no bigger than that. I was one of the first artists from Detroit in Don Diva magazine.
Shout out to Don Diva.
Definitely. Who's still rocking and rolling right now.
For sure. Still doing this damn thing.
Ain't
So, when you was down in Atlanta, when you first was with, like Gucci and all that, what was some of the major differences, that you noticed from Atlanta to Detroit back in those days?
The shorty and the ers and the ers.
But far as like the culture, the people, they stuck together a little bit more.
Yeah. It's definitely like that. Like they say, that down south home love. What they call it?
Southern hospitality.
Exactly.
You was a Southern belle.
Exactly. you like be walking down the street, somebody, come over here, sugar. You hungry? Come over here and get some of these collard greens. That's why, like I say, the unity. One thing out there is people are more together. Like that's what we have to work on as far as with Detroit. We have to work on more of togetherness, not this, just against each other. We had that real bad. We dropping like flies, which that's like that everywhere. Everywhere you go, you're gonna have the crimes and the violence because you have those type of people. But I believe if we could come together a little bit more, we'd be so much more powerful. Just Detroit as a whole.
And even with just sharing resources and information, like it's certain information and resources that I've shared, and people would be like, "Dang, such and such was gonna charge me for that." It's like, damn, certain stuff. You like just why? You know what I'm saying? If you can help somebody, give them a website, give them some knowledge, lead them, point them to the right direction. You don't have to, charge for everything.
Exactly. Because you're going to get that back.
You're going to get it back. You're going to be blessed.
That's a blessing. You're going to get that back. Definitely. Yeah. Definitely. But like I say, I'm back. I'm back to attack. So y'all get ready. Hell of a keep telling me, leave bitch like me alone because it's old. Okay, we know it's old. But like I know, and like I always say, hell of a, everybody that's a artist and in the industry, you always know them from that one song. But I'm coming with some new shit for y'all. Ain't a bitch like me. I'm coming with some new shit for y'all. I got a new little song that I done did not too long ago called Real Boss Bitch. But I got some new shit coming real soon. So y'all get ready. And I got some old shit still that y'all ain't never heard with a lot of industry people. Like I say, me going through the few things I did go through with the Gucci and the MDC records and, me having a kid and lose my grandfather. I'm sitting on songs after songs, and then I'm sitting here not even really thinking. I have to shout out Shebra Records. Okay. I have to. That's another label. Matter of fact, I didn't forgot all about that. If Sean knew I forgot about him, he probably would hit me upside my head. So that was another label that I got with. I got with Shebra Records. And Shebra Records, he took me to a whole nother level. I actually was about to sign with Cox Records,
Okay.
the distribution label,
Mhm.
before they, I guess, sold it or whatever. And I was actually about to be the first lady on a distribution level, but on distribution label, excuse me for that. But we had a little bit of a, mishap, and Shebro had a situation where he had to go sit down, so we had to put all that on hold. But when I got with Shebro Records, I was off and running again. Off and running again. I'm talking about song after song. Helluva was producing all my songs. Song after song, song after song. He had me on songs with Be Legit, songs with who else? Malik from the East Side, K Deezy, your Pam, that was actually from Shebro Records, your Herbie Rich. He had me doing a lot with a lot of people. And like I said, we had this unfortunate situation where he had to go sit down. And like I said, after that, it was, my daughter. So it stopped all over again. It was over. So it had stopped for years, of course, because I was the home mom. Mm-hmm. But like I say, now I'm back. She's old enough where I can get back in the loop.
That's what's up.
Yep.
So 2025, y'all gotta look out for the new Bossalini and
a
what
bitch
she
like
has.
me.
It's gonna be.
Ain't a bitch like me.
We're gonna turn up with some new
stuff. I'm here turned up, buzzing. You see it.
Kim's Tasty Treasure Jungle
You see it. And I'm talking about tasty. You better holla at her.
So what's some artists now that you would like to work with? Like name like one female and one male artist that you wouldn't mind doing a feature with.
I would not mind doing a feature with Doja Cat.
Okay.
I would not mind. Doja Cat is something different.
For sure.
Different.
For sure.
I love her style. And I wouldn't mind doing a remix if Helluva would let me do a remix of Bitch Like Me with Cash Doll.
Oh, that would be fire.
Yeah, if Helluva would let me. He keeps talking about it's old, y'all. Hey, hype up Helluva, y'all. Get in Helluva ear and tell him, let Boss remix Bitch Like Me. That was the anthem back then.
Both of y'all to be talking that shit.
Boss shit, you hear me? Tell Helluva, y'all. Tell Helluva, let Boss remix Bitch Like Me with Cash Doll.
For sure, I can already see it.
I can see that
do a dope video too.
I can see that too. That's my girl. I can
see
that too. She doing her thing out here. Definitely.
How do you feel about the state of hip hop for women and females now, based or compared to back then? Is there a lot of stuff you don't like? What's the pros and cons?
That's a good one. Like I said,
because back when you was first rapping, it wasn't a lot of females rapping.
No, it wasn't.
So now you got a lot of females rapping, but they are all talking about a lot of the same thing.
Yeah. Nah. Okay, that's kind of touchy about me being a female rapper, but back then, we wasn't doing a lot of the talking about the pussy this, the dick sucking that. Mm-hmm. I did some of that. I did too. Mm-hmm. But it was a little bit more tasteful. Mm-hmm. Now it's no limits. The worse it is, the more they love it seems like. Mm-hmm.
So the new you gonna still be lyrical?
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what's up.
And I'm gonna still get a little nasty with it. You gotta put some of that in there. You gotta put some of that in there. Everybody mm-hmm. has a secret or two in their lives mm-hmm. of nastiness. You wouldn't be a boss bitch if you didn't.
For sure.
I think it's the tasty.
See, I done got her lit.
Mm-hmm. We turning up. Let's go.
So, what once you get back in the studio and everything, where is a place that you haven't performed that you want to perform? Like Coachella,
the Fox,
Rolling Loud. Bigger than the Fox.
Say bigger. Oh, definitely Rolling Loud.
Rolling Loud.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. Oh yeah, big ups to Rolling Loud. Yeah, for sure. So I can be up there rolling loud. Yeah, for sure.
So, another question that I had for you. So, like you said, you had took a break, and now that you're back, what would you think would be one of the most challenging things for you?
Really?
Because you already got a fan base. They could pick back up.
Really, it's
as far as what the new generation. What would you think that you would have to do to get the the younger generation to pick up on Bossalini now?
Well, I'd have to give them definitely the real me.
Sure.
You know, definitely the real me. The ups and downs, the ins and outs. You know, everything that I've been through from, like I say, starting off with Gucci to now ending that I'm about to start all over again once again on my own by myself. And just letting them know that, hey, it ain't a bitch like me.
For sure.
Any hustle that you have, however you get your money, that's how you get it. You can't knock nobody else and how they get their money. You can't knock the hustle. Simple as that. You can't.
Then we also want to tell these motherfuckers that age ain't nothing but a number. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do, whenever the fuck you feel like doing it. We the only genre of hip hop, the only genre that do that shit. You got Mick Jagger and them, they be fucking 70 and 80 rocking out. So don't ever think that you can't, do something. If you want to start a business, you just whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Go out there and do it.
Definitely, and don't let nobody stop you.
You want to start over. You got a vision. As long as you breathing and you got the energy to do it.
That's
right.
Don't
never let nobody tell you what you can't do.
That's right. Because at the end of the day, you'll be your only hold up.
For sure.
If you ain't getting out and doing something, you holding yourself up.
For sure.
Because it's out here, and it ain't too hard to get to it. You just got to get up and get to it by any means necessary. And that's what I always told myself, by any means necessary. Like I say, when I was in Atlanta, my thing with Gucci was I'll pay you. And I was serious, I'll pay you. And it paid off. It did. But again, we just had a bump in the road, but that ain't stopped me. And that's
Are y'all still cordial?
Well, I haven't talked to Gucci Man in some years.
Okay.
It's been some years. I would love to bump back into him because we never left on, bad terms.
When you do your new song, send them your new shit.
Definitely. Definitely.
What you dropped the ball on.
I wouldn't mind putting that song in here and wrote for him. Like I say, just like a nigga do. I used to perform it back in All Stars while you was mentioning All Stars.
For sure.
I used to perform it back in All Stars. You had BMF and them in the club one night. I used to be down there hosting and performing and stuff. And I was the only female actually performing at All Stars. Matter of fact, DJ Flex, he'll let me get the microphone in a minute. Shout out to DJ Flex. Don't even
let me start on the old days.
You hear me? He'll let me get the microphone in a minute. I'll be walking through there hosting, talking shit, hyping about, hey, tip my ladies. Y'all already know, tip my ladies. And a couple times, like I say, Meech and all will be there, and I've been in there a few times performing Bitch Like Me, performing Just Like a Nigga Do, back Gucci. So, yeah, it was a world. But it's like I say, it's still a world, and I'm about to get back in it. I'm about to be back to attack. So y'all get prepared and y'all get ready. Because I definitely got something for y'all. For
sure, man. All Stars was legendary. I wish the damn phones and stuff was out back then.
Goodness.
Legendary. You never knew who
a lot of people would be in trouble. A lot.
That's when there was real money in the building, though.
For sure.
This shit now, these strip clubs.
It's a herd of. Everything is easy access. You go on the bar, you getting head for $20. You go on the bar, you can take her to the back end.
I mean, I'm just saying. Even the way that
I'm just saying,
the
ladies.
guys come in and just don't spend our money.
Yeah.
Like back then.
And that's because
I'm talking about on the drinks to whatever.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely not like
All Stars bar used to do easily $100,000.
Would he be
easily?
In there?
Why would it easily $100,000? For sure. Everybody came through there.
Sure did. Yeah, that's definitely legendary. Yeah. Oh, and shout out to Esham. He's still doing his thing. I had a song I did with Esham. Yeah, I had a song I did with Esham. I remixed his song. Work That Pussy Fast.
Mm-hmm.
Actually got a video and all that too. We had a lot of your Detroit icons in there. You had your Fat Mike, may he rest in peace. You had your Stretch Money. You had some of your East Side
Shout
rappers.
out to Brick, may he rest in peace as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yep, definitely.
Like I said, those was the days.
Yeah, definitely was days. Wish you can bring them back sometime. For sure.
Those was the days.
I have to go back and look at pictures sometimes. Like, yeah, I remember that. I definitely remember that. I just did. Oh, and shout out to Gladiator.
Shout out to Glad.
Yeah, Gladiator.
What up, though, Gladiator? Oh, also, we got Wednesdays coming up at the Orchard. Blowed Up Wednesdays. Next to Blow series. Shout out to we the Avengers and shit on the win. Each and every Wednesday, you got Gladiator, you got me, Pistol Atkins, you got Floss a Lot, and R1D. We doing every Wednesday at the Orchard. We trying to bring back that real, original open mic feel. So any artists that want to come out and perform, come out to the Orchard.
I want to say I'm on y'all next show.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, turn
up.
Bossalini
will be there. Come on out.
Turn up.
And you got the original players on here.
That's
right. People who've been doing Gladiator, been doing open mics for years.
That's right.
Floss been doing open mics for years. Pistol been doing open mics for years.
That's right.
Me and R1D are a little bit newer, but shit, I've been doing open mics for like 5 years my damn self.
Really? Okay.
I did one for 3 years. I had shit slapping the whole pandemic at the Bentley. My Rock the Mic Tuesdays. So I got all them.
I did hear about that.
Yeah, I had that bitch slapping for 3 years straight.
See, I supposed to be there. I was at home being a mom. But I'm back.
I did the open mic. I ran the bar. I did the food.
Oh yeah,
I did everything. We used to have like 40 to 50 artists on Tuesday come through there.
Oh yeah.
So we finna run it back up. So again, Wednesday.
Don't tell nobody, y'all. I'm trying to see if I can get her to manage me.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
Tell nobody.
We're gonna talk about that. But y'all stay tuned. Bossalini, shout your social medias out.
Bossalini 3 underscores BOSSALINI 313 3 more underscores. Bossalini. Ain't a bitch like me. Instagram. FaceTime. Not even FaceTime. See? I'm lit. Bosses make mistakes too.
Female drink champion. She don't want to get too lit.
And that means she did what she was supposed to.
We got this. What's up, DJ Blaze? What up, though? Shout out to DJ Blaze. DJ Blaze know about All Stars.
He know about it. He definitely know about it.
Shout out to all the DJs. Matter of fact, let's shout out some DJs back. Shout out to DJ Hen House. Shout out to DJ Big Ben. As a matter of fact, Big Ben and DJ Hen House was the first DJs to put rappers on stage at the strip club.
That was my DJ.
Hen House was at Chocolate City. Big Ben was at All Stars.
That was my
DJ.
And
they started putting artists on the stage. Now, they ain't had no 20, like, the shit they got going on now.
Right.
But they did start, like, letting artists rap in the clubs and stuff.
Mm-hmm,
so it was a good time back then. It's just a beautiful thing and amazing to see everybody coming up now. Mm-hmm. How, at first Detroit didn't used to hardly get no love.
And DJ,
nobody really knew the Detroit artists. It's just a beautiful thing to see how, how everybody has flourished and blossomed and everybody's doing their goddamn thing. I done seen it from the beginning to where it is now.
Right. DJ Hen House, that was my DJ.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, she brought Hen.
Yeah, DJ Hen. Shout out 007.
Oh,
like I said. Then
shout out to the Elegants.
All of it.
Man. Oh, man. Y'all don't know.
Them was the days. We'll never get them days back.
We'll never know. Just some good memories. There was some good. Some good
memories and some good money.
I performed on the Elegant stage. I don't know how many times. That's where I shot bitch like me at. I performed on All Star stage.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So we're going to end this thing. We're going to play Bitch Like Me and close out. You shouted out your stuff?
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, holla at me. Your girl cooks food. I got a soul food restaurant, Boss's Kitchen. Holla at me. All your good soul food. Like I said again, that Instagram is 3 underscores Bossalini 313. 3 more underscores. Holla at me for your food, and I make them good edibles.
All right, check her out.